Welcome back to another episode of Not For The Weak Minded. This is going back onto the Queen's speech, and I'm just targeting a small piece on it to do with, well, you'll see. Now, what you just heard then was someone speaking to someone else in reverse while the Queen speaks forward. And so these souls that are in Parliament, these nimbuks, as the spirits call them in this, are corrupted, and they are not, in terms of what we would call human, as their souls are, well, demonic. And so basically they have the capability of talking to each other in reverse while you have no idea that they're doing it whatsoever. And so multiple spirits come through with messages, and I'm just gonna carry on. Now you clearly heard that. Surely Mike Bloff, Victor Ness, Eris North missing. Now this is the reason why I've done the video. It's because the lamb is holding it. What has been spoken about throughout this speech in reverse has massive implications upon this country, because, albeit I should do another video about it, it has to do with these Nazis taking over our country, these fake Jews, and using our resources against us. It's unfortunate, but we live in times of great peril, and these people's agendas of, well, their satanic agendas are in everything. And a lot of people don't really understand what the Bible is anymore, religion, and Jesus. And that it represents the Lamb. The Lamb is holding it, which means that good people are still morally not accepting their ways. And honestly, if I could do a whole video about the analysis of this, and it would probably be a couple of hours long, about how much information you can get at through this information. Because you've got spirits speaking through with body locations, you've got spirits speaking through telling you what they are like, as I've tried to show you in a previous video, where you had a message warning from, you know, an old English spirit speaking Old English that she is a Nazi. She is guilty. The spirits have spoken, and they have told us that not in this bit but in others, that Israel and the English will mix and match. This means that those of you that are unaware that you've been lied to your whole entire lives, you're on the wrong side. You need to see the other side of reality, which is that these wicked spirits in high places have planned this for centuries, and that Freemasonry goes back to Templars and the Catholic Church, who have put these people in place through time. 300 years of reign has to come to an end, and unfortunately we're headed in self-destruction. And there's certain things that you have to know to learn to bring a better civilization out from the ashes which they create. Otherwise, they're going to implement their solutions and it's going to carry on. And they will rule forever. So please bear in mind that in order to actually translate everything within this text, I had to listen to it over and over and over again. I had to slow it down lots. I had to carefully listen because there's multiple languages being spoke from multiple spirits that have different accents. Excuse me. And so it's complicated. Just listen. That's the wolf. Moinoi is for a spirit serpent that aced through nationally. Wow. I mean, the serpent has deceived you all, and they want a one world culture of intolerance. Just a plain acceptance of all the darkness this world has to offer. Every single people in here, these nimbuks, are corrupted by something they have to do at cinemas, which is what the spirits are warning us in this. Again. So, I'm trying to reiterate that there's much more you can get at. Let me fast forward. What you're going to hear now is this person speak through the Queen, who calls himself Slimbarku. He's saying sad, he says his last name's Limembe, and then so lonely I am, which is a different voice coming through. Listen. Right, before I get on to the next bit, when you try and comprehend what's going on and what you're hearing, you have a third person speaking through the Queen's voice, and he's talking about he being in a way tricked by these things, and he didn't know what she meant by it. And now he's sad because he is now in the Queen's body. Now later on, if you listen to this whole speech, you'll see that in the third person, she is this, she is that, she is this. It's speaking about her in the third person. The spirits are speaking to us in reverse, and you can clearly hear it. So the next bit, I have no idea what it is, who it is. Save the world. I want to get into the bit where she talks about the English Ecbert. Here we go. So the spirits are saying that the true line of England is Ecbert, and that it is nothing to do with Israel, and that today the fake Jews, of which I've tried to show you with even the beginning of this video. Let's look, go back, hold on, there it is. Do you see the floor? Look at the floor. It's hidden in plain sight, and every single one of these nimbooks, as they call them, is messing with you. They are compromised, every single one of them. Now, other things you can get at, and it's mentioned throughout this thing, is them showing their true colors. And it says multiple times of them not allowed their hooves out, and other times where it literally comes out of her mouth, shit, she's going green. Now, if you looked at my other videos and seen that, you know, Camilla was going grey with a horn sticking out of its head, then you've kind of got to do, you know, put two to two together and go, hang on a minute, they're saying things backwards to say, look, don't show your true colors, and yet they did. And that's what it says in there. I can't find it exactly, but it says, shit, she's going green. It doesn't matter. My point is that you should really listen to this and carefully. I mean, this bit here, look, she ate some sheer Luke Monmouth meat. I like that. Slopsy lady. So it just said that she ate some Sherlock Monmouth meat. Now that's cannibalism, and it's like something that they do every day. I'm telling you, they're not human. You've been, you know, these wicked spirits in high places have not had our interest in at all, humanity's interest, and you must hear the warnings from these spirits. Listen to what he has. Slopsy lazy newt. So you had someone insulting her, and then someone speaking again. Oh, I see Monmouth's best skin back now. Reptilian, right? So if you really analyze this footage and literally really listen, I've tried my best to translate it, but you have to understand Latin, you have to understand Old English. It's crazy. French, German, Polish. It's not easy. I'm gonna get to the bit there. See the difference in the voice there? It's like it's Old English, and then it's like see in the Maravaz and that. Almost Irish. You hear that? The difference? Too ignorant for me to get involved, sword. So you can even tell that there's different voices coming through from their accents. So this is kind of like, you really must listen carefully and don't judge it, and take your time to fully understand the complicatedness of what you can pull out from the information within this video. It is disgusting, and it proves without a shadow of a doubt that you've been lied to your whole entire lives about everything. So please share, like and subscribe, and know that if you are a good person and you seek truth, that you are holding the values of and saving our species. You do make a difference, and you are making a difference. So keep making a difference. Truth is our only salvation, people, from these wicked spirits. And ascension is priceless. Please share, like and subscribe.